make you observe. Take a look. What can you see? How would you describe this compared to New York City? Here's my opinion. From my perspective, the lights that you see goes all the way far distance. From both left, this is just one side to be from the whole entire front of the camera, from this side all the way to that side. All you can see is lights in the distance. This is on a massive scale compared to New York City, but this just goes to show us a slight glimpse of what is taking place over that area over there. That's Shibuya. Close to that area, probably somewhere over here, is Shinjuku. Yokohama is somewhere down here. The side of the city is on the other side over there, and that's just a small scale of this.
And to be honest, it doesn't even make sense I even take a video of this. You have to be here to really experience it. Because right now we're going to watch a football game. The stadium is going crazy already. Here we are trying a ragu restaurant. Had to give the ramen spot a break. But as you can see, the chef is preparing some clams. That was the first meal. Not my preferred choice for seafood. Also on the menu was snapper, roast beef, and a corn chowder. I really enjoyed those three. From here on out, the chef's going to prepare the different gradients and portions of the Wagyu. I only managed to make it to 2 out of 5 rounds of the Wagyu. I'm not really a heavy steak eater, but the chef deserves a 5-star rating. Hats off to him. Alright, so while heading back to the Airbnb, came across these skateboarders. I know I tried a thing or two in the past, but this time, this has since been my last day. I didn't want to try anything, break my neck. So I just put it off, watch from the side. Alright, so it's the last day in Japan right now. Yeah, we have to catch a flight tomorrow in the evening. But yeah, just taking the time to reflect
I gotta say this was a good experience. There's still some stuff that I haven't done yet, or places I wanted to go, but due to the time constraints and the amount of time that we had here, it just couldn't be done. No, it was a good experience. First time in Asia, first time traveling over 8 hours, 4 hours. It was a 14-hour flight. I'd never done that before. Never crossed the Pacific, mostly to the Caribbean, Atlantic area. God's given me the opportunity and put me in a position where I am right now. So I'm grateful for that. You gotta give thanks. And everything that you do, you gotta give thanks. And yeah, if you do have the opportunity to travel, definitely travel. You know, it gives you a different perspective, a different outlook on life. Seeing how other people on the other side of the world, in my case, other side of the world, you know, how they operate and how they go about their lives. I noticed that although we speak a different language, cultures might be different, but still, we're still human. We still pretty much go about our lives in the same manner. We still have the same thoughts that, you know, the typical average person has. You know, what I'm gonna eat, you know, what I'm gonna do in my life, for instance, how I'm gonna take care of my family, looking into the future, you know, goals that we have to accomplish. Getting around transportation was easy. You know, just hop on the train, takes you wherever you go. Hop on the bus, takes you wherever you go. I actually rented a car for one day. Driving is pretty simple in terms of how to work at a vehicle. It's just like a regular vehicle, but you're on the other opposite side. That's in America, we drive on the left side. Here, they drive on the right side. It was pretty simple to adapt to. But in terms of navigating the highway system, that can be a bit tricky, especially if you don't know where you're going. I traveled at night, so that was kind of easier, but if you miss one exit, you gotta pray. Hold the steering wheel and pray, because you don't know where you're gonna end up. Speaking from experience here, but anyways, yeah, that was a good experience for me too, driving around Tokyo. We went to Daikaku Pier in Yokohama, and it's another PA in the middle of Tokyo Bay. And then we drove back to Tokyo, took the Wangan. It's a famous highway that back in the 80s, late 80s and 90s was what Japanese street racers used to test their cars. Yeah, so I got to see that as well. On another note, got lost going in the circle for I was underneath the ground in a tunnel for 20 minutes, just driving. Everything looked the same. I saw pretty much no exits. I felt like I was going in a circle for 20 minutes, just driving around in circles with no GPS, no navigation system. The Google Maps that I was using completely just gave up. There was no service. So I pretty much had to figure out where we were going. Can't speak Japanese, can't read Japanese. And just take an exit, random exit, don't even know one. Just took it, the only two that we saw, and we took it. We got up on the ground, and from there the service came back on, and then we drove to the spot. But anyways, yeah, what else? Yesterday we went to a football game, a soccer game, football. I call it football, and forgot the stadium, but it was a little bit outside of Tokyo, and that was a great experience as well. It was very laid back. I believe Tokyo FC was playing against another team. They ended up drawing, but that was a great experience as well. You know, I grew up in a very slow environment, an environment where on the weekends, you know, you had off, you would convene with family. So I used to go to my grandparents' house to, you know, just have family time, pretty much. That's not really a thing in the States. It's mostly fast-paced. Nobody really has time. On special occasions like holidays, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, there is time, but to have a consistent, you know, something to look for every week is it's something that's missing. I started taking the train and the bus. As I said, it's easier to navigate. I started taking that one myself. It's pretty simple to use. Just use GPS. The station, it's like so intricate. You don't really get lost on the trains. And the highway probably, but not on the trains. If you get off on the wrong stop, you just hop on and get another train that's coming in like 2 minutes pretty much. In the Tokyo, speaking from the Tokyo metropolitan area. But yeah, just watching the sunset right now and just reflecting, stepping back and reflecting on my first time experience in Japan. And I said first time because we're coming back for sure.